And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Kerr versus Guthrie. Step forward, please.
26-year-old account manager Lisa Kerr is suing her ex-boyfriend, Private Eye Gary Guthrie, for a loan to buy a spy cell phone. Gary says the spy equipment was a gift.
Miss Kerr, who is this?
This is my witness, my friend Lindsay.
Mr. Guthrie, who is this?
This is my brother Adam in witness.
This is the situation as I understand it. You and Mr. Guthrie dated briefly. Was it a time he was separated from your husband?
Yes, ma'am.
And for some strange reason, according to you, Mr. Guthrie, who needed some spy equipment, that's your business, you were in security, surveillance, and you agreed to put it on your credit card, this piece of equipment that he saw that he liked. And you did. According to you, he said he was going to pay for it. The piece of equipment came, you and Mr. Guthrie no longer an item. Mr. Guthrie says that the spy equipment doesn't work.
Correct.
So he's not paying for it, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
If it worked, were you going to pay for it?
Well
is not an answer, Mr. Guthrie.
Well,
if it worked, listen to me very carefully, sir. If it worked, were you going to pay for it? Just a second. The questions get harder. What's your first name?
Gary.
Gary? Listen to me, Gary. Try not to play with me, sir, otherwise you're going to look like an idiot. If it worked, were you going to pay for it?
Yes, Your Honor.
That wasn't hard, was it, Gary?
No.
Did you actually think you were going to come here and make a fool out of me?
No.
So it didn't work. And you told the plaintiff it didn't work, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And so the company said, send it back to us, and while you're not going to get your money back, you can buy additional merchandise.
Or switch it out for another one that might work if it
Or
came.
switch it out.
Yes, ma'am.
And you understood that, right, Gary?
Yes, Your Honor.
See how mellow Gary is getting now? Gary gets it now. Because in Gary's answer, he thought he was being a wise guy, and he told me first it was a gift from her, that she bought him a gift. And then she changed her mind because she went back to her husband and they got this big bill, and that's why she's probably coming after him. That didn't ring true to me. So that's why I asked Gary if he was intending to pay her back for it if it worked. You understand, Gary? Then you bring along genius with you over here. Because the idea was, according to you, and you agree, that you were told to pack up the old equipment and send it back to the company. And you brought her over the box.
No, I didn't actually bring the box.
How did she get the box?
Through my brother.
He brought her the box.
Yes.
And she paid for sending it back.
That's correct.
Not you. She paid for sending it back. Now, genius, you can stand up.
Lisa Kerr says ex-boyfriend Gary Guthrie owes for a loan to buy a spy phone. Gary claims the phone was broken and he tried to return it.
You got a first name?
Adam.
You didn't pack up the spy equipment, did you, Adam?
I was told...
is not an answer.
I did pack up the equipment.
You did?
But I grabbed the wrong device, apparently.
What does that mean, genius?
When I gave it to Lisa and she'd shipped it off, they could tell her it was the wrong device. But I did not know because my brother was out of town. It was a phone call that told me to pack up the device.
What did you tell your brother to do?
I told him to grab my cell phone and pack it up to get to her.
Your cell phone? Well, that's not a spy piece of equipment that costs $3,400.
Well, if you've seen my other cell phones, you'd understand that I have a lot of cell phones, and all my cell phones are pretty high-tech.
I somehow think, Adam, that this was a little scammy-whammy that was going on here, kids. You sent back the wrong thing. Did you send back the wrong thing?
Yes, by accident.
Ultimately, you found the device and it had not been sent back, right?
Correct.
When you found the device that had not been sent back, what was the first thing you did?
Well, I told her I obviously must...
So the first thing you did was call her?
I tried to attempt to. I wasn't able to get in touch with her.
So you did call her?
Yes, once I found out it was the wrong device.
Well, then I want to know, what date did you find out it was the wrong device?
Mid-December, somewhere in the middle of December.
And when did you find out that they didn't receive the device?
It was right around December the 18th or 20th.
And when did Mr. Guthrie call you?
I actually never spoke with him about that until I had left to go on Christmas vacation, and I ended up breaking my leg. So I was out of commission for a few months, and I finally got a hold of him again in March.
So between December, when he found out that he did not give you the right piece of equipment, and March, are you telling me he never called you?
Not that I spoke with him, and not a message that I got from him, no.
So he never called?
No, ma'am.
As far as you know, he never called?
Right.
What did you do with the piece of equipment, Gary?
Well, come mid-April, we were fishing, and I was trying to get the device to work, which is the whole issue, how it didn't work. And out of frustration, it actually ended up in the lake.
So, Gary, who do you think ought to pay for this piece of equipment?
Well, my assumption, seeing that she didn't call me back for that period of time.
Didn't call you back. Did you
Well,
send her a letter?
I didn't send a certified letter, Your Honor, no.
Did you send her back the piece of equipment and say, I'm sorry, my idiot brother made a mistake? The answer is no. The answer is you took the piece of equipment and you threw it in the lake. It's according to you. I don't know whether I believe you or not, but that's according to you. When did you throw it in the lake, Gary?
Let's see, April, mid-April.
So you could have done a lot of things. The first thing that you could have done was try her once on the phone, if I believe that. You couldn't get her in. So you pack the piece of equipment up and say, I'm sorry, this was a big mistake. That's in December. I'm going to bear the burden of sending it back to the company. I don't want you to send it back for another $70 because my brother doesn't know whether he's a foot or horseback, right? You chose not to do that, Gary. Were you annoyed that she went back to her husband? Huh?
No, Your Honor.
Well, then if you weren't annoyed that she went back to her husband, why don't you do the right thing?
Yes, you say lack of communication.
Lack of character is more like it. How much was it?
The original purchase was $3,035. The other items that he chose to replace it came to an additional $223. They wouldn't send me a return authorization.
Just a second, you mean you bought other stuff, Gary? Gary! Did you buy other stuff? You bought another $223 worth of stuff?
I was trying to exchange, yes, to
You were trying to exchange it for the wrong piece of equipment that your brother sent back.
Something that actually worked.
Just a second. You bought some other stuff despite the fact that your brother sent back a bad cell phone instead of this piece of spy equipment.
I wasn't aware that he'd done that, Your Honor.
Well, did you send back the other stuff that you purchased for $223?
I never received it.
We never received it because we had to give them the list of the items that we wanted in replace of it. After we gave them that list, they gave us the return authorization. Once they received the phone, they were going to send the items. Well, they never received the phone.
So they never sent the items. Why?
Yes,
Then you shouldn't be charged for them.
But I have the email where it says we have to charge your card prior to even giving you the return
Then you have to call them and say you
form.
never sent those items. Do you understand? I'm not charging you for those. That you take up with the company. They never sent you the merchandise. They can't
And
charge you.
I have done that. It's a company in Thailand. It's really the only way I can communicate with them is through email.
Well, then I would suggest that you be smarter next time and not deal with a company in Thailand and not deal with Gary
Understood.
and his brother. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $3,035. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Yeah, this is case number 46 on the calendar in the matter of Wallentyne versus Tomaselli. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat.
Mr. Wallentyne, it is your claim that the defendant assaulted you at a party, causing you physical injury. You had substantial dental bills. You still have some work that has to be done. You want to be compensated for the assault. Mr. Tomaselli says that you started it, he finished it, and you were unruly. You touched him first, and he acted in self-defense. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. What is your name?
Amber Trill.
This is the lovely Amber. Sit down, Amber. I'm not
Sorry.
with you yet, but I will be. When did this happen, Mr. Wallentyne?
If I could recall the exact date, it would be
The questions
April
are going to
3rd.
get harder. Listen to me, Mr. Wallentyne. The questions are going to get harder. The date should be something that's fixed in your memory.
The night of April 3rd, 2004.
See, we're not going to play with each other. The only one that has a good time here is me. And you and the lovely Miss Amber were at a party together?
Yes.
Whose party was it?
Kind of my party, a going-away party.
Going from where to where, Mr. Wallentyne?
I am from New Mexico, so I was visiting. I do live in Seattle right now.
And in whose house was the party?
It was kind of an office building that they renovated into a music venue.
And how did Amber get to the party?
On her own, driving.
You don't know how she got there.
No.
Was she a friend of yours before April 3rd of 2004?
Yeah, we've known each other for about 3 years.
But you did not know Mr. Tomaselli?
I did not know.
All right, so give me your version, please, of what happened on the evening of April 3rd.
It was going well. The music was going. I did notice Ed and his friends hanging out at the party earlier. I didn't.
Mr. Valentine, could you try to focus on me, sir? Focus on me. Not up in the air, not in the heavens, not at your shoes. Try to focus on me. So when you're thinking, you can think and look at me at the same time.
Okay.
Okay.
To my left, Amber was standing in the corner, talking with some friends. We gave each other a hug. We ended up talking for about another 5 minutes. Finished continuing going into the hallway where Ed was standing. Said, "Oh, hi, Ed. This is my friend PJ." "Hi, Ed." And instead of extending his hand out to greet me, he just cocked back and punched me in the face. And at that point, I started bleeding. I stepped back and exited, went to my car because I'm bleeding. I didn't want to fight. I just went, it's my party.
How come you didn't call the police?
Because he had left already. Sure, I could call.
How do you know he left already if you went to your car?
Because Amber dragged him out, and I noticed this while I was leaving.
Okay, Mr. Tomaselli, now let's hear your version of the events.
On this night, I'd gone to the party. I was with my friends.
How did you get to the party?
I had taken Amber out for a couple of cocktails earlier, and while we were having cocktails, I don't drink, but Miss Triolo was. She said she was going to a party she was going to bartend at. Would you like to go? I said, sure. We were going to hook up, go to this party, hopefully go home later to my house. Maybe not. We weren't an item at that time.
Could we, listen, I'm not interested in the potential romance.
Okay, but this is how I got
this. Shh. I'm just interested in how you got this. So you knew her before.
Yes, Your Honor.
How long had you known Amber?
About a year, year and a half.
Had you dated?
Yes, Your Honor.
You dated exclusively or just off and on?
Off and on.
All right. So you saw her on the evening of April 3rd, you had a couple of drinks with her, and then she invited you to come to this party.
I did not drink, Your Honor. I don't drink. I haven't drank in years. I'm a wrestler, athlete, professional athlete.
Okay.
I didn't drink. So I went to this party. Amber was already there. We were standing in a circle.
Who was we?
Me, my friends, and Amber.
Could you look at me when
Mr. Valentine came in from outside, started snuggling up next to Amber. Amber introduced us all. I said, that's messed up, because they were snuggling. I thought I was going to be with Amber, so I walked away. When I was walking away, Mr. Valentine came up behind me, pursued me down this hallway, and said, what's up, dog? Okay, he did not put his hand out. He had his hand clenched, and he reached out to me. Through my experience...
How did you see that, sir, if you were walking away and he was behind you?
I was in the hallway where I turned around to see what was going on. I walked through the hallway, there was a lot of people. I turned around to see where my buddies were, and Mr. Valentine was behind me.
Yes.
He put his hand on my shoulder, said, what's up, dog?
How did he put his hand on your shoulder?
Reached out towards me.
Touched your shoulder?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
At that time, I turned around and said, I'm not your dog. And yes, I did hit him. Through my experience and expertise, I know when someone comes up behind you and says, what's up, dog, he has bad intentions. A man this size has the potential of hurting me, someone my size, very badly.
All right, Amber, front and center. You and Mr. Tomaselli were out earlier that evening?
Yes.
Mr. Tomaselli did not drink?
No.
You got to the party? You went with him?
No.
You went in your own car?
I believe so, yes.
Try getting it more specific than that. Did
Yeah,
you go in
I
your own
drove.
car or did you go with Mr. Tomaselli?
No, I drove.
So you met there?
Yes.
Why do I feel as if I'm telling this story by myself? These are not trick questions. They may get harder, but right now they're not trick questions, Amber. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. All right. You were present at the time that Mr. Valentine was struck in the mouth?
Yes.
Tell me how that happened. Try looking at me when you tell me how that happened.
We were talking, Patrick and I, and Mr. Tomaselli walked up and I said, hey Ed, how's it going? You know, I gave him a hug, told him hi. And I introduced him to PJ, and instead of them meeting each other, he just socked him in the face.
Why would he do that?
Jealousy?
He wasn't drunk or anything, right?
No.
He was clearly angry because he said, hey, that's messed up. Right, Mr. Tomaselli?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, who are you?
My name's Kyle McElroy.
Kyle, you were there that day.
I was there that evening.
Good. And I know that you're dying to tell me your version of these events, aren't you, Kyle?
I can't wait.
Well, then just step up here, Kyle. Kyle, how old are you?
I'm 21.
How long have you known Mr. Tomaselli?
I knew none of the parties that night.
How'd you get to this party?
Through a friend of mine. It's a Wednesday night kegger that, as far as I knew, it was like a deal that they had every Wednesday.
Wednesday night, the West Wing is on. Why would anybody want to go to a kegger?
So, would you like me to tell
I
my story?
would.
Okay. Like he said, we were standing there talking. Amber, we were sitting there talking to Amber. This guy walked up. We were introduced. We were standing there. Then Ed got, frustrated, decided to...
Just a minute. I'm going to ask you to speculate. Why did Ed get frustrated?
Well, like you say, the girl he thought he was coming to meet at the party was...
Canoodling.
So...
With somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I saw Ed walking away. The guy kind of came up behind him and kind of turned his shoulder. What's up, dog? Ed said, I'm not your dog.
Well, you just did something. You said, what's up, dog? And then you did something like extend your hand.
But kind of, yeah, well...
What does that mean?
Well, like I said...
Touched him on his shoulder, right?
Yeah. Ed took it as a threat, obviously. Punched the guy.
Sit down.
Thank you.
You too. Mr. Tomaselli, you're clearly a very powerful young man. You are proficient in the martial arts.
Yes, Your Honor.
One of the things that they teach you, because I know I have grandchildren who take these martial art classes, is you're supposed to be able to control yourself, Mr. Tomaselli, right?
Yes,
it's all
Your Honor.
about control, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't think you controlled yourself well that night, Mr. Tomaselli. I think you got very angry. You can't even make an excuse that you had something to drink, but you hurt him badly. And there was no aggression on his part, not even according to your witness. He was probably stupid drunk, but he's just sort of a big goof. Mr. Tomaselli, I want you to trust me. He's really just sort of a big goof.
If you say so, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Tomaselli, he didn't come up behind you, spin you around, and punch you. He came up, he put his hand on you and said to you, what's up, dog? Now, I don't know what that means, and I may be out of things. My children are older than Officer Bird's children. Do you know what what's up, dog means? What does it mean?
How you doing, man?
How you doing? That's what it would seem to me to mean. What's up, dog? It's not necessarily a term of endearment, but it's not, choose your weapons. We're going to, we're going to joust.
Not from my mouth, at least.
Oh, you're just a big doughboy. He's you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not a bad guy. Let me see your dental bills, Mr. Valentine.
The first occurred is for the infection. I got all puffed up and in pain. I couldn't sleep for 3 days, and
You're right.
that
I
had
know.
to get antibiotics, painkillers, so I could finally sleep and go back to work.
Which tooth was it? The tooth that's missing?
Yeah,
That one?
100%.
You need an implant there?
I still need to get my implant.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And later today,
Where did you pick Mr. Holloway up?
Commerce Casino.
Who else was with him?
2 other gentlemen, young, 2 20-year-olds or something like that.
Maybe that's what you were fighting with your fiancé about.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Patrick Wallentine says fellow partygoer Ed Tomaselli punched him in the mouth. Ed says Patrick was too friendly with his date.
What do you do for a living?
I do a lot of things, but right now,
What you just said, what's your favorite thing?
my favorite?
Yeah, you do a lot of things, so tell me what your favorite,
My
what
favorite
your fave is.
is to sing and host people, kind of like parties.
This is so painful.
That's my favorite thing. But right now, I do have a painting business and a construction business that I work for. So but I can do anything.
Can't put in an implant.
I can.
See what I mean? Mr. Tomaselli.
Yes, Your Honor.
Harmless. You misjudged his intent. Put your hand down.
Sorry.
Right? He's a lover, not a fighter. Do you know what I mean? He didn't want to hurt you. And you overreacted because you were angry. And you have to pay for that. Judgment for the plaintiff for the amount of $5,000. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Ed didn't tell the truth. I did not touch him.
It was a tombstone, flying ruckus, left.
I fell back, and that's all, and I walked out.
Went down like everybody.
Maybe he's been choked a couple times, can't really remember it quite straight.
When they step up to the plate, like Hank Aaron, I just knock them out of the park.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Austin versus Atwater Mayfield. Step forward, please.
26-year-old retail salesperson Courtney Austin is suing her former friend, maintenance technician Fred Atwater, and his fiancée, 23-year-old restaurant manager Sylvia Mayfield, for collect calls from jail, gas money, and lost wages. Fred and Sylvia are countersuing for harassment.
Miss Austin.
Yes.
According to your complaint, you and Mr. Atwater dated for a little while. Then he went to jail.
Yes.
Why is that funny?
Because we never dated, Your Honor. It was just only...
I said to her, according to her complaint,
Okay.
the two of you dated for a while and then you went to jail. I didn't think the going to jail part was funny. And while he was in jail, he made a series of collect calls to you.
Correct.
And it went something like this. He would call you and ask you to connect him on a three-way call
Correct.
to this lady here.
Initially, it was his sister.
Well, that's what he told you.
That's what he told me.
But I said, to
Yes.
this lady here,
Yes.
who happens to be his fiancée or girlfriend.
Yes.
Shh. Now, every time he called you collect, it cost you $2.70.
Correct.
So you want him to pay for that.
Correct.
And then after you found out that he had this girlfriend, somehow you became friendly enough with her so that she asked you to drive her up to jail to pay his bail.
Correct.
And not only did you do that once, you did it twice.
Correct.
And now, Miss Austin, you're bothering me because you want the money back for the collect calls that you accepted and your gas and time when you took her to jail.
That he said he was going to pay for.
Let's go back. You met him when?
He introduced himself by leaving this note on my car.
Okay. Where did he see you?
He works in my complex.
Okay. So it worked. I didn't have to see that. He left a note on your car.
Yes.
You got to know him. According to him, you were friends. According to you, you dated for a little while. What I want to get to is, because I have other things to do today, and this isn't particularly fascinating to me. When women do stupid things, I get frustrated. At first, he told you, when he went to jail, by the way, what did you go to jail for?
Child support order.
Drug abuse and hitting her.
Was it a civil commitment or a criminal commitment?
It was civil.
Civil.
You hit her, and that's how you
Shut
got
up, shut up! He told you when he called you from jail that the person he wanted you to connect him to was his sister. How many such phone calls did you accept under the assumption that you were connecting him to his sister?
One.
And after that, you heard that it was his girlfriend.
No, I didn't know it was his girlfriend until she called me back trying to figure out who was three-waying the calls for him.
And how many calls had you accepted up until that time?
2 or 3.
And how many did you accept after you knew that she was the girlfriend?
It says here 35.
So, now we know that he's lied to you.
Yes.
And he's in jail.
Yes.
Why would you believe that he's going to pay you for these calls when he's lied to you about who the person is?
He's not from that area. Me just moving from Los Angeles to Georgia, I was trying to put myself in his position, needing a friend. So I was trying to look out for him. It wasn't like I was trying to make him my husband, my man, or anything like that. We were friends. And in that, he told me that he had after I found out he had a girlfriend, and I took her, I felt sorry for her that she was with him.
You know who the only person I feel sorry for right now? Miss Austin, how much did it cost you, all this stupidity of yours? How much in phone calls?
Between 150 and 175.
No. Between 150 and 175 is not an answer when you're in court.
150. $150.
Now, Mr. Atwater,
Yes, ma'am.
who's supposed to pay that $150?
Well, since we were friends, I appreciate the call she did herself for me, but
Why didn't she collect the call?
They ain't
one
have a
thing-
phone at the house.
Quiet.
for one thing, Your Honor, we had a cell phone. We didn't have a household phone then at the time, and we couldn't make collect calls to her. So I thought I would call her, and she was notified before she accepted the call, $270 per call. She had an option to hang
It
up
does
or
not
accept
say that.
If you say one more word, I'm just going to throw you out. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good.
She was opted to either accept the call or not to.
Did you tell her that you would pay her back for
I
these
never
calls?
told Courtney I would pay her. She told me every time I would call her and she do the three-way, she'll tell me to hang up and call right back.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, like you get 15 minutes for $2.70. So after the phone call, the 15 minutes is up, she would tell me to hang up and call right back.
And you would do that?
Yes.
Yeah, she accept the call every time.
I didn't.
Sorry.
Am I looking in your direction?
No.
Mr. Atwater?
Yes.
Is it your statement to me that you never said to Miss Austin, please do this collect calls because we have no phone in our house, so if you do this for me, I'll pay you back when I get out?
I never told her I was going to pay her.
I don't believe that. See, that I don't believe. That I don't believe. I believe you told her you'd pay her back for the phone calls. That's
Your
one
Honor.
bit of stupidity. You may not have meant it, Mr. Atwater.
Your Honor.
I'm speaking. What did you ever do for her?
I never did anything for her.
That's what I mean. Why in the world?
Because we were friends, Your
I'm
Honor. That's all
speaking.
we were, friends.
I'm speaking. Did Miss Mayfield know that she was your friend?
Not at the time. She was in Miami at the time.
Exactly.
And I did.
Quiet! Just to answer my question. I said, did Miss Mayfield know that Miss Austin was your fiancée? And you said no. That's the only information that I need. Now, as far as taking her to and from the jail, tell me how that came about. Fast!
Basically, he told me that he was going to pay me the money when he got out. She needed to go pay his bail money. She had $500. His employer put up the other $500. I took her to go get the money from the employer. We went. We didn't make it that day. I had to take her back the next day to go pay his bail. They wouldn't release him because he had a drug charge and he had hit her, which is originally why he went into jail. Then we had to go the next day, something about getting his clothes because the county would put him in jail.
You didn't have to do anything.
No, I didn't. I did it out of goodness of my heart.
That's right. So then don't bother me about it if you did it
No,
out of the
he
goodness
told
of
me
your
he was
heart.
going to pay me for it. It wasn't like he said he was going to pay
Miss
me for my
Austin?
trouble.
Miss Austin, you did not have a contract with Mr. Atwater, and you certainly didn't
I do
have
have one
contract
right
with
here.
Mayfield.
Yes, I do.
Good, then let me see it. Exactly what I said, Miss Austin. It says you can threaten us all you want. We'll pay for your phone bill. Nowhere does it say that they're going to pay for you taking her to and from jail. I believe that he said to you, if you accept these collect calls, I'll
Your Honor, may I speak?
put your hand down. That he agreed to pay for the phone bill, but for nothing else. So that's your claim, $150. Now you have a counterclaim for harassment.
Yes.
Get to it fast.
Okay, and that statement right there, what she has on the second page, that was after she brought the cops to our house. So we put it. We put it in writing. The cop told her to go ahead and take it to the courtroom and file the claim.
Put
And
your
she
hand down.
did that.
Just a second.
And she did
You
that.
said here, I'm going to pay you the money for the phone bill. Stop bothering me.
Exactly.
Right.
But she never stopped.
Let's get to your counterclaim. You've got a counterclaim for harassment for $500. I'm going to hear you. 10 seconds or less.
The harassing emails, taking notes to our door, bringing the cops to our apartment complex where that is not tolerated. We cannot have no kind of commotion going on.
Why didn't you pay her phone bill?
Because I never did tell her that, Your Honor.
I don't
never did
believe
tell
that.
her.
And she was trying to collect a debt. You're not supposed to take advantage of people, Mr. Atwater.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to take advantage of people's feelings and emotions. One girlfriend is in Florida, one friend is here. Friendships usually work both ways. She does a favor for you, you do a favor for her. You did no favors for her. You were a taker. You have to pay her back for the phone. Put your hand down. Are you still bothering them?
No.
Good. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $150. Your counterclaim's dismissed.
Thank you.
Parties are excused, may step out. Your Honor, this is case number 82 on the calendar in the matter of Hoffman versus Coons. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat.
Miss Hoffman, is this your daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
Is she still seeing Mr. Coons?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I assume she's not happy being here today.
You're correct.
It is your claim, Ms. Hoffman, that Mr. Kuhn forged some checks of yours.
Correct.
And also took money out of your daughter's account.
Correct.
In addition to that, he had an accident while driving your car. Mr. Kuhn says, well, he acknowledges that he did forge some checks of yours, but he says that he paid you back that money in restitution by working for you. And he didn't steal as much as you claim he stole, and aside from that, he says your daughter knew all about it. And as far as taking money out of her account, she was aware of that. And as far as the car incident was concerned, your daughter knew he didn't have a valid driver's license. He had a suspended driver's license, so she gave him permission to drive the car, and therefore he's not responsible. Correct?
Correct.
Tell me about the car incident, sir.
I went down to the store. I was driving through the parking lot, and a lady backed out, and she actually bumped into me, and I got out and made sure everything was okay. She said it doesn't look like any damage is done here, and I was all, here's my number. We exchanged numbers, and I said if there's any further problems, call me, and that was it.
Why should she call you if she backed into you?
I just told her to call me because if it was, we wanted to exchange insurance information later on.
I don't understand why she should call you. She backed into you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. I told her, I was like, you know, you backed out. I honked the horn. Basically, everything's all right. There was no damage done.
Was there any damage done to the car?
Yes, there was damage. I have proof that there was damage. And the thing was, he didn't even call and tell me that he backed in. He just, what happened was...
Can I see the pictures, please?
Yes. The other company called me, and that's how I found out.
The other company called you because she was filing a claim?
She filed a claim, yes. Wait.
She filed a claim? How could she file a claim? She, according to him, backed into him.
She said that he backed into her. So I went.
Where was the damage to your car?
Underneath the bumper.
Mr. Coons, when did you notify Ms. Hoffman that there had been this little accident?
I didn't notify her.
Okay. Now let's get back to your defense to this action. Your defense to this action is that you had a suspended driver's license, but your girlfriend knew about it when she gave you the car to go to the store.
Yeah. I was just going to run to the store, get some things at the store, and come right back. Your house is like half a mile from the store.
Why was your driver's license suspended?
For traffic tickets that I failed to appear on.
What kind of tickets?
Like 2 speeding tickets.
And?
And a red light violation.
So you're not a good driver?
I'm a good driver.
No, you're not. They don't take away the license of good drivers.
Yeah.
How many accidents?
Shh. Driving a car on a suspended license is...
illegal.
That's not something that Christina can wave a wand and do away with. That's only something that you have control over, Mr. Coons.
I didn't think it was a big deal, though, just to run down to the store.
It is a big deal, you idiot. When they say you can't drive, they don't say you can't drive except to go down to the store.
True.
Now, just for my own curiosity, sir, what is it that you had to get that was so important at the store? Insulin?
No.
What?
Just some stuff for dinner.
Your Honor?
Just don't say, does it look like you're losing? Oh, does it look like you're losing so far? Right?
I was going to...
Can I tell you something? Christina.
Yes.
He's still your boyfriend?
Yes.
He's an idiot. Maybe you're an idiot. I don't know if you're an idiot or not, but he's an idiot. And if you're going to hitch your wagon to his star, you're going to have a miserable life.
No, Your Honor.
What? Listen to me, Christina. Your mother's been around for a while?
Yes.
Right? You've been married?
Yes, ma'am.
Divorced?
Yes.
How many times?
Once.
Once. Been there, done that, couple of times. Been in the family court? Years. I got a nose. You hitch your wagon to this star, you're going to have a miserable life. Just think about it. 10 years from now, you're going to say, you know, I appeared before Judge Judy in this silly little case that was on television, and she, put your hand down, and she told me if I hitched my wagon to his star, I was going to have a miserable life. She was right. Just listen to me. I don't know about you. You may be a loser, too. Then maybe you belong together. Maybe 2 halves make a whole. I don't know. But if you certainly don't look it. How much is it going to cost to fix the bumper?
$971.
Good, $971. Now, Mr. Coons, explain to me why you took checks from Miss Hoffman and forged her name and cashed them.
I started hanging out with the wrong crowd, doing some stupid stuff, and I needed a bunch of cash.
Hanging around with a bad crowd doesn't mean you need cash. If you're hanging around with a bad crowd and you buy drugs and owe somebody for money for the drugs, and you need cash for that, otherwise somebody's going to break your knees, that's a reason. So you want to explain to me what you needed this money for?
Basically, I got into drugs, and I needed cash to support it. And then after that...
Were you supporting Christina's drug habit too?
No, I'd never get into that.
Did Christina know you were doing drugs?
Nope.
So she's not very intuitive, right?
Nope.
You managed to conceal that from her,
Yep.
right? How did I know that, Mr. Coons? It's not anywhere in these papers, sir. Did you think that maybe I have a crystal ball?
Yep.
Experience. That's what I'm trying to tell Christina. How much money did he steal from you?
$1,320 out of my account.
I don't care what he took out of Christina's account. If Miss Stupid wants to stay with him, she'll deal with that.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
What kind of drugs?
Oxycontin?
Why in the world would an attractive girl like you want to hook up with him?
Because I love him.
And later today,
How much child support do you pay for your other child?
None.
Why not?
I do for my other son, as well as I do for Michael while he's staying with his father here.
Don't talk to me with attitude. There's only one attitude here, and that's mine.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Donna Hoffman says her daughter's boyfriend, Daniel Coons, stole money from her and her daughter's bank accounts. Donna says Daniel took the money to support his OxyContin habit.
When did you find out that he took money out of your account?
Maybe a couple weeks or a month later.
Come. Stand up next to your mother, Christina. Here we go. How much did he take out of your account?
I think it was $650.
And you didn't find out that he took the money out of your account until after he took it out?
No, it bounced in my account.
So you didn't know he had done it?
No.
When you confronted him about it, what did he say, Christina?
He told me about it.
Well, what did he tell you?
That he bounced checks in my account.
No, what did he tell you? Come on. You just say to him, where'd you get the money from? Where did you get the checks from? What did you use the money for? Those were the intelligent questions, Christina. And what did he tell you?
He told me what he used it for and why he needed
what?
it. Drugs.
What kind of drugs?
Oxycontin.
And after you found out that the checks bounced, did he take any other money out of your account?
No, Your Honor.
Is that right, sir?
Yep.
I just changed my mind. Because, Mr. Coons, in your answer you say that Christina here knew all about it, that she was aware of it. She says she wasn't. You know that?
She put the checks in her account, so that would... she knew about the checks going into her account, but not them bouncing.
Not that there were no funds.
Yeah, exactly.
But you knew.
Yep, I knew.
But you didn't tell her.
Yep.
Well, then you misled me, sir. You misled me in your answer. Your answer suggested that she was a co-conspirator. All right. So let's understand, Christina, who he is. He stole from your mother.
Hmm.
He stole from you. He's a 19-year-old drug addict. He says you don't use drugs. Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Why in the world would an attractive girl like you want to hook up with him?
Because I love him.
The uniformed groans out here, Christina. The uniformed groans out here, Christina.
Hmm. Your Honor, he's cleaned up also.
What are you doing now, Mr. Coons?
My uncle owns a trucking company. I'm trying to get my Class A license to drive for him.
That doesn't tell me what you're doing now.
Moving. He owns a moving company.
That doesn't tell me what you're doing now.
I'm cleaning my act up. Making money.
So you want to be a mover?
Yeah, a driver.
What are you doing, Christina?
I work at Express and I'm a cosmetologist.
Is that what you want to do?
Hair? Yes, I do.
You living home?
Yes, I do.
Remember to take those pills every morning. Every morning. Maybe you'll wake up in time. Mr. Coons, Did you go into a residential drug treatment program?
Yep.
For how long?
10 days.
That's a crash course, sir. That's a crash course. Did the program recommend that you go into residential treatment for a period of 18 months or whatever and stick with it?
Yeah, that's what they recommended, but...
And you decided that you didn't need that. Is that right?
That's right.
And you decided that you didn't need that despite the fact that you had stolen from Miss Hoffman, you stole from your girlfriend, you have half a dozen unresolved driving infractions, you had an accident with her car. All of those things don't suggest to you that maybe the professionals that told you a 10-day crash course doesn't make it. When you are so addicted to drugs, maybe instead of fooling around, you should go into a residential drug treatment program. But you knew better than the professionals, is that right?
Yeah.
Good girl, Christina. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,941. That's all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
The bank called me and said this doesn't look like your signature, so I, of course, called him up and said, hey, what's going on?
She couldn't believe it. And then I was like, you know, I had to admit it right there.
I was saying, you know what, I think something's wrong. I think he's on drugs. And we started drug testing him, and he actually admitted to it.
I want to get married and have kids and do everything, you know, stay clean, do the right thing.
Yes, I see us being together for a very long time.
I would really hope that he would clean up, but I've told her that, you know what, once they start being like this, they're never going to change.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of McLean versus Clark. Step forward, please.
Meat cutter Michael McLean is suing the mother of his son, nurse Lachelle Clark, for the return of child support. Michael says money was taken from his paycheck while their son was living with him.
Mr. McLean, you and the defendant have a son together.
Yes, I do, ma'am.
And it is your claim that your son was living with you for a period of time at his mother's request.
Yes, ma'am.
And during that time, they were taking child support out of your check.
Yes.
And Miss Clark knew that the child was living with you, and she was the only one that could stop this child support payment. She did not, and you want her to pay you back the money that you sent, or that was taken out of your check, for your son while he was living with you.
Yes, I wanted her to stop it immediately.
And Miss Clark says, well, it was only temporary, and she was providing some things for him also.
Yes.
Right? Okay. How old is this child?
He's 11.
And why did he go and live with his father, Miss Clark?
He went to live with his father because at the present time, my landlord went up on my rent $300 because I had lost.
You were having a problem with housing.
Excuse me?
You were having a problem with housing?
Yes.
All right, that's the bottom line.
Michael McLean says the mother of his son, Lachelle Clark, accepted child support payments after their son started living with him.
So when did you call Mr. McLean and ask if he could take your son?
Around the 1st of January when I first started having my housing problem.
And when did he actually go to live with his father?
The 28th of January.
Is he still there?
Yes.
And how much is the child support order, Mr. McLean?
I want to say $272 a month.
What do you do for a living, Mr. McLean?
I'm a meat cutter, meat manager.
How many children do you have?
I got 3.
Do any of them live with you? You have to think
no.
about that? None of them live with you?
No.
Do you pay child support for any other children?
Yes, I do.
And what do you do for a living, Miss Clark?
I'm a nurse.
How many children do you have?
2.
Well, I know one is living with Mr. McLean. Where is the other child?
The other one is with his father also.
How much child support do you pay for your other child?
None.
Why not?
What do you mean? Because me and him have an understanding. This thing right here, I can't have
listen to me. Listen to me very carefully, Miss Clark.
I do for my other son, as well as I do for Michael while he's staying with his father here.
Well, listen to me. Don't talk to me with attitude. There's only one attitude here, and that's mine.
I will.
Listen to me very carefully, madam. There's only one attitude here. And Officer Byrd will tell you that that attitude is mine. So let me give you a primer course in parenting. When 2 people have a child, it is the responsibility of both parents to support them. So that if while your son is living with his father and you buy him things, clothes.
And anything else he needs.
Just a second. Clothes, doctor's visits, extra school activities, sneakers, right? That's what you're supposed to do.
Okay.
You're also supposed to be responsible for your child's portion of his rent, gas, electric, food, telephone. That's what his father is taking care of. He's not supposed to be sending you money so that you can spend his money on clothes for your child. That's money that you're supposed to be paying out of the money you make from being a nurse. So when your son went to live with his father, the child support should have terminated. The truth of the matter is, while your son is living with his father, you should be paying his father child support. And if you're not paying child support to the father of your other child, when your other child's living there, you're doing the wrong thing too. So let's figure this out. There are 4.3 weeks in a month times 4. Oh, got to turn it on first. 4.3 times 4. No, that's wrong.
Can I have it?
Yeah, you figured
His
it
child
out.
support was stopped in April.
What?
His support was stopped in April. We went to court about this matter.
It was stopped in April.
8th, 408.
April 8th, so we just need 2 months. So it's 272 times 2. $544.
That's right.
Where do you get $1,136 from?
I must have underestimated the cost of it, but I also wanted to where I had to go file for court.
I'm sure she had to go. I'm sure she had to go.
No, you
don't.
don't.
Don't speak to each other. You want to speak to each other? You do that outside. Here, you only speak to me. Okay. So let's say you had him for an additional 3 weeks. It's approximately $150. That would be $694 that you paid for support while he was living with you.
Yes.
Is she paying child support now? Did she pay you any child support in April or May?
No, she haven't.
Got away with murder. What you should have done is when you went in to have the child support stopped, you should have sued her for child support. Put your hand down. As long as the child is living with you, you have the right to sue for child support against the non-custodial parent. Tap your fingers. You may not like the message, but don't kill the messenger. That's the law. Just like when your child is living with you, you sue the non-custodial parent. Just because he's the father doesn't mean you get a free ride. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $694. That's all.
Excuse, you may step out. Now, this is case number 80 on the calendar in the matter of Lopez versus Malden. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Have a seat.
Ms. Lopez, it is your claim that the defendant, who is the mother of a former roommate of yours,
Yes.
stole your dog and her puppies, and you want to be compensated to the tune of $1,900.
Yes.
The defendant says that you neglected this dog, that she spent over $1,000 in vet bills putting the dog in a reasonable condition, and that she ultimately sold the puppies. We'll find out what you did with the dog. I understand that this was not the first time your dog had puppies, according to your complaint. Is that right?
That's correct.
What kind of a dog was it?
It was a Chipu, half Chihuahua, half Poodle.
Where did you get the dog from?
It was a Christmas gift to my daughter from her father for Christmas of 2002.
How many litters have you had with this dog?
This is the second one.
Who did you breed her with?
It was actually a situation where there was a dog, a poodle, that lived around my area. And I had a doggy door, and the dog was able to squeeze through my gate. And while I was at work, she got pregnant while I was at work.
So what you're telling me is you don't know really who the father was?
No, I do. I know the dog. I know the dog.
So it was an accident?
Yes.
Why didn't you have the dog spayed?
Because I figured that I had it fixed. I had intentions of doing it, but it happened too quickly.
Well, that doesn't happen too quickly, madam. You got the dog as a puppy in December of 2002.
Well,
Within 6 months, you had the dog spayed. And if you didn't have the dog spayed, then you know that you could run the risk of the dog having puppies.
Well, I had intentions of maybe breeding her, but I wasn't expecting it to happen the way it did.
In August of 2004, she had her first litter?
Yes, that's correct.
And is that the first time that Miss Malden helped you?
Yes, that is correct.
And tell me about that.
Well, I was at work, and I had another roommate at the time. And when she let me know that our dog, Zoe, was going to have puppies, and that she didn't know what to do, so she contacted Christy to help her out.
Well, you told me she called you at work.
She called me, right, to tell me, and
she called you at work, and what did you do, Miss Lopez?
I was going to come home, and she's like, and then I was going to come home. She said that she knows Heather. Heather's mom is good with dogs, so she's going to call Heather's mother and see if she would help her out. So she...
Why didn't you go home?
Because I was working, and I couldn't... I was... because I had... My roommate told me that she was able to handle it, so I didn't go home.
How many puppies were delivered in August 2004?
There were 4.
All born alive?
Yes, all of them.
All of them survive?
Yes.
Did you sell all 4?
I sold 2.
What happened to the other 2?
The other 2 is a sad story.
Well, let me hear. I'm interested in sad stories. 4 were born alive. You sold 2. What happened to the other 2?
Okay, well, my...
Let's get the story, please. Are the other 2 alive or dead?
No, they died.
When did they die?
They died about 2 months after they were, or a month and a half after they were born.
Were they in your custody when they died?
They were.
Had they been taken to a vet up until that time? The answer is yes or no.
No.
Okay. So now you have puppies that are 6 weeks old that you didn't know how to deliver, and 2 of them died after they reached a month and a half old. So that was clearly your fault.
No. It wasn't...
What did they die from?
Well, okay, again, I had to go to work, and it was hot. It was in the summer. So my air conditioner broke, and my dog, it was... How to explain this? Okay. It was really hot. My dog was... Okay. I ended up putting... Okay, I had a dog house outside on my patio, and I put my dog and the puppies outside at night because my air conditioner broke at night, and it was extremely hot. It was so extremely hot. Well, it was cooler night, so I put them outside, and again, my roommate and I agreed, that I would, that they would go outside. I'd go to work in the morning. She would go and pick, and take them and bring them back in the house. Well, I went to work, and she ended up sleeping in, and I guess two of the puppies crawled out of their doghouse, and they died.
So again, it was somebody else's fault?
No, it was not somebody else's fault. It was my fault.
Good. Okay, now you should have understood, Miss Lopez, that breeding dogs was not for you.
I wasn't breeding them. It was an accident. It wasn't something...
An accident happens once.
Okay.
Then you take the dog to have the dog spayed.
Right.
You did not.
No, I did not.
So the dog got pregnant again. Do you want to tell me how that happened?
It was by the same dog. And it was the same way.
Same dog, same way. And you did the same thing. You called the defendant.
I called her this time, yes.
I said you called the defendant.
Yes.
I read your complaint, and you called her and said what?
And I told her, my roommate trusted that you helped deliver Zoe's first litter, and I was like, I need to go to work again. And I asked her if I could bring Zoe over so that she could assist in making sure that she was okay, because I realized that her water broke. And so she, I asked her and she agreed. So I went over there and I dropped Zoe off, and I told her that I would come back and, check up on the puppies.
Well, when did you come back?
I went to work, and then I came back the following day.
When did she have the puppies?
She had them that day.
What was the date?
It was January. It was about January 30th.
Is that the date?
No,
What's the date?
She brought them to my house on the 20th. She delivered the puppies the 21st in the evening.
She delivered the puppies on the 21st?
Right. Yes, ma'am.
When did she come back?
Sunday.
Which is what date?
Well, that would be the 23rd.
3 days after she brought the dog to your house?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Miss Lopez, between August of 2004, when your dog had the first litter,
right,
and January of 2005, how many vet visits did your dog have?
She had 2 vet visits.
You have the forms?
I don't have those.
What were the visits for?
It was just a checkup. That's it. Getting her shots, and that was it.
What's the name of the vet?
The vet, I don't have that information.
How many dogs do you have?
I only have 1 dog.
Well, if you only have 1 dog, then it's not a problem with remembering the name of the vet. You remembered what happened in August of 2004 pretty much verbatim. Right. So just the name of the doctor.
I don't have that information. I'm sorry.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You certainly don't have any room up here to take care of yourself, a 5-year-old, a dog, and 8 puppies because you couldn't figure out that that doggy door was going to be open and closed and open and closed and open and closed. So you got to think about that.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Veronica Lopez says her former roommate's mother, Christy Malden, stole her dog Zoe and Zoe's litter of puppies. Christy says Veronica has no right to be a pet owner.
Okay, Ms. Malden, the plaintiff brought the dog to your house on the 20th of January.
Yes.
You delivered how many puppies?
4.
Were you aware of the fact that the plaintiff was responsible for the death of 2 of the puppies that you had delivered the previous summer?
Yes, ma'am. I was very upset when I found that out.
After you delivered the 4 puppies, and they were all born alive?
Yes, ma'am.
Did they all survive?
Yes.
What happened with Zoe?
When Veronica called me on the 20th, she asked me if I could watch the dog. And I said, yes, I'm homesick today, so that'd be fine. I'll watch her for you. And she brought her over, and she said, I think her water broke. And so I watched her, and the dog, her water didn't break, but she kept throwing up. So that happened throughout the whole day on Thursday. Friday, she was pretty much the same, but she delivered the puppies, started around 5:30 on the 21st in the evening. And she had a hard time with those, so I had to assist her in those, pulling the puppies out because she's so small and so weak.
Somebody have a picture of this dog?
Yes.
I'd like to see it.
Here's the puppies were 3 weeks old.
Okay. When did Zoe have to go to the vet?
Well, Sunday, Zoe started having diarrhea in the evening. By Monday, she was throwing up. I had put her in my bathroom with the babies and came back at lunch to check on them, and she was laying in both feces and nursing the puppies at the same time. Well, I then called Veronica and let her know, the situation, told her they needed to be taken to the vet. And she
You
said,
remember that phone call?
Yes, I do.
Did you rush home to take her to the vet?
I told her that I was going to come by and pick up the dog.
Did
I
you?
did not. No, I did not, because she didn't explain to me or go into detail on what exactly was happening.
I mean, is there something thick? She's had your dog the 20th, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. She had the dog when the dog delivered the puppies, when the dog was vomiting, which she told you about. She had the dog when the dog had the puppies. Now she's calling you and saying, there's a problem. The dog has to go to the vet.
Right. See, I went to her house. It was 2 days after Zoe, or a day after Zoe had the puppies. I went over to her house to go visit my dog and the puppies.
I'm talking to you about the day she called you and said the dog is sick.
Right. But there's more that goes to that. And
how old's your daughter?
She is 5 years old.
Okay. Have you ever gotten a call from school and what's your daughter's name?
Alexis.
Alexis. Alexis is sick. You have to come and get her.
Yes.
And you go after work?
And yes, I do.
You go after work. You say, you just hold her there. I'll be there when I can get there.
Yes, I do. I get off. No, I apologize. No, I don't tell her to hold on there. I get out of work and I go get my daughter. I apologize. I was missing.
Well, that's what I'm asking you.
Yes.
That's what this lady said. She said this dog is very ill and has to go to the vet.
I understand that.
What do you understand, Miss Lopez? What you have to understand at your age is you got enough on your plate without a dog.
Yeah.
You got enough on your plate taking care of yourself. Now you got enough on your plate taking care of yourself and a 5-year-old. You certainly don't have any room up here to take care of yourself, a 5-year-old, a dog, and 8 puppies, because you had 4, 2 you lost, and 2 more you had, because you couldn't figure out that that doggy door was going to be open and closed and open and closed and open and closed. So you got to think about that. You didn't use your brains to think about spaying the dog when you were supposed to. The dog got pregnant, had puppies. Because of your neglect, 2 died. So it would seem to me somebody in their right mind would say, listen, I better have this dog spayed now or move to a house that didn't have a doggy door. Not you. You kept the dog. You kept the doggy door, and what do you know? Neighbor's dog comes in again, and once again your dog is pregnant. And you are running to work. So you call somebody else to clean up after you.
Well, I was working, and she called me and she told me she had already taken her to the vet.
No.
This is after the conversation.
No. You said I'll be there.
Right.
Did you leave work?
No, I did not leave work.
What time do you get off from work?
Sometime in the afternoon, late afternoon.
Your Honor.
So you had no intention of going over there?
No, I did.
Did you go and say, I have to leave work? Like.
Veronica Lopez claims her former roommate's mother, Christy Malden, stole her dog Zoe and gave away Zoe's litter of puppies.
What was the vet bill for Zoe?
It was one.
আবারও রোমান রেঞ্জ ওয়ার্ল্ড চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপের জন্য ম্যাচ খেলার প্রস্তুতি নিয়েছেন, আর এটার জন্য রোমান রেঞ্জ তিনি চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপের জন্য আবারও কোডি রোডসকে চ্যালেঞ্জ করবেন। শুধু এই নয়, রোমান রেঞ্জ তিনি নিজেকে রয়্যাল রাম্বলের জন্য ডিক্লেয়ার করেছেন এবং রোমান রেঞ্জ তিনি ঘোষণা দিয়েছেন তিনি 2025 সালের রেসেলমেনিয়াতে চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপের জন্য ম্যাচ খেলবেন। রোমান রেঞ্জ তিনি উলাফালামালাটি নিজের কাছে ব্যাক করেছেন এবং তিনি বর্তমান সময়ে নিজেকে ট্রাইবাল চিফ হিসেবে প্রমাণ করেছেন। তবে এইবার রোমান রেঞ্জ তার লক্ষ্য চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপ জেতার, অর্থাৎ রোমান রেঞ্জ তিনি আনডিসপিউটেড WWE ইউনিভার্সাল চ্যাম্পিয়ন হোক অথবা তিনি ওয়ার্ল্ড হেভিওয়েট চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপ হোক, যে কোনো একটি চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপ জিতে আবারও তিনি ট্রাইবাল চিফ হিসেবে চ্যাম্পিয়ন হিসেবে WWE তে পারফরমেন্স দিতে চান। চলুন আজকের এই ভিডিওটিতে জেনে নেওয়া যাক রোমান রেঞ্জ তিনি যেহেতু চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপের জন্য নিজেকে ডিক্লেয়ার করেছেন এবং রয়্যাল রাম্বলের জন্য নিজেকে ডিক্লেয়ার করেছেন এবং চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপের জন্য তিনি খুব শীঘ্রই ম্যাচ খেলবেন এমন কিছু জানিয়েছেন। তো রোমান রেঞ্জ কি আবারও নতুন আনডিসপিউটেড WWE ইউনিভার্সাল চ্যাম্পিয়ন হতে পারবেন কিনা, এবং রোমান রেঞ্জ যেহেতু রয়্যাল রাম্বলে নিজেকে ডিক্লেয়ার করেছেন তো রয়্যাল রাম্বল রোমান রেঞ্জ জিততে পারবেন কিনা, সমস্ত বিষয়গুলো নিয়েই আজকের এই ভিডিওটিতে ডিসকাস করা হয়েছে। আপনি যদি রেসলিং সম্পর্কে নিয়মিত ভিডিও পেতে চান তাহলে অবশ্যই আমাদের এই চ্যানেলটিকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে রাখবেন, কেননা রেসলিং সম্পর্কে প্রতিনিয়ত আমাদের এই চ্যানেলে ভিডিও আপলোড করা হয়ে থাকে। তাহলে আর দেরি কিসের, আপনারা রেসলিং সম্পর্কে ভিডিও পেতে আমাদের চ্যানেলটিকে অবশ্যই সাবস্ক্রাইব করে রাখুন। তো চলুন শুরু করা যাক। WWE এর অন্যতম জনপ্রিয় এবং সাকসেসফুল রেসলার হচ্ছেন রোমান রেঞ্জ। রোমান রেঞ্জ তিনি সাকসেসফুল রেসলার হওয়ার পেছনে সব থেকে বড় একটি ক্যারেক্টার প্লে করেছেন, সেই ক্যারেক্টারটি হচ্ছে ট্রাইবাল চিফ। এখানে ট্রিপল এইচ এর সহযোগিতা তো অবশ্যই ছিল, তবে রোমান রেঞ্জ যেদিন থেকে হিল টার্ন করেছেন ট্রাইবাল চিফ হিসেবে WWE তে পারফরমেন্স দেওয়া শুরু করেছেন সেদিন থেকেই তিনি জনপ্রিয় একেবারে তুঙ্গে চলে গিয়েছেন। অর্থাৎ বর্তমান সময়ে রোমান রেঞ্জ তিনি খুবই জনপ্রিয় একজন রেসলার। এই রেসলার তিনি WWE তে গত বছরের রেসেলমেনিয়াতে তিনি ওয়ার্ল্ড হেভিওয়েট চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপ এবং ইউনিভার্সাল চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপ দুইটি একত্রিত করে আনডিসপিউটেড WWE ইউনিভার্সাল চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপটি জিতে তিনি আনডিসপিউটেড WWE ইউনিভার্সাল চ্যাম্পিয়ন হয়েছিলেন। তবে গত বছরের রেসেলমেনিয়াতে আনডিসপিউটেড WWE ইউনিভার্সাল চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপটি হেরে গিয়েছে কোডি রোডসের কাছে। এরপরে তাকে ট্রাইবাল চিফ হিসাবেও মানা হতো না WWE তে। তিনি WWE থেকে বিদায় নেওয়ার পরে সোলো সিকোয়া তিনি নিজেকে ট্রাইবাল চিফ হিসেবে দাবি করেছেন। সোলো সিকোয়া নিজেকে ট্রাইবাল চিফ হিসেবে প্রমাণ করছিলেন এমন এক পর্যায়ে, তো সোলো সিকোয়া নিজেকে ট্রাইবাল চিফ হিসেবে তিনি WWE তে যথেষ্ট প্রমাণ করেছেন এবং প্রমাণ করবার পরে নিজেকে ট্রাইবাল চিফ হিসেবে দাবি করে রোমান রেঞ্জের পর্যায়ে নিজেকে নিয়ে যাওয়ার চেষ্টা করেছেন এবং এভাবে চলতে চলতে এক পর্যায়ে যখন রোমান রেঞ্জ তিনি WWE তে ফিরে এসেছিলেন সে সময়ে তাকে ট্রাইবাল চিফ হিসেবে মানবে না এমনটাই জানিয়েছিলেন সোলো সিকোয়া, এবং সোলো সিকোয়া এমনটা জানানোর পরে রোমান রেঞ্জকে ট্রাইবাল চিফও না এবং সামওয়ান ফ্যামিলির কোনো নেতাও না এমনটাই হিসেবে ধরে নিয়েছিলেন। তবে রোমান রেঞ্জ তিনি নিজেকে অরিজিনাল ট্রাইবাল চিফ হিসেবে দাবি করছিলেন এবং অরিজিনাল ট্রাইবাল চিফ হিসেবে দাবি করতে করতে এক পর্যায়ে তিনি সোলো সিকোয়ার এগেনস্টে সেই ট্রাইবাল কমব্যাট ম্যাচটিতে মুখোমুখি হয়েছিলেন উলাফালামালার জন্য। সেখানে যদি রোমান রেঞ্জ জিতে যায় তাহলে রোমান রেঞ্জকে ট্রাইবাল চিফ হিসেবে মেনে নেবে সোলো সিকোয়া এবং রোমান রেঞ্জকে উলাফালামালা দিয়ে দিবে। এমন কিছু ঘটনা ঘটবার পরে সেই ম্যাচটিতে রোমান রেঞ্জ তিনি জয় পেয়ে ট্রাইবাল চিফ হয়ে গিয়েছেন বা উলাফালা মালাটি নিজের কাছে ক্লেম করে নিয়েছেন। তবে যাই হোক, এভাবে চলতে চলতে রোমান রেঞ্জ হয়তোবা খুব তাড়াতাড়ি ট্রাইবাল চিফ এবং অরিজিনাল তার ক্যারেক্টারের মধ্যে চলে আসবেন। অর্থাৎ ট্রাইবাল চিফ হিসেবে নিজেকে অবশ্যই চ্যাম্পিয়ন বানাতে হবে, উলাফালাতা তো নিজের কাছে রাখতেই হবে এবং ট্রাইবাল চিফ হিসেবে নিজের কাছে চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপটি অবশ্যই রাখা প্রয়োজন রয়েছে। এটার জন্য রোমান রেঞ্জ তিনি রিসেন্ট স্ম্যাকডাউনের এপিসোডে পল হেইম্যানের মাধ্যমে ডিক্লেয়ার করেছেন তিনি চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপের জন্য ম্যাচ লড়বেন। অবশ্য কোডি রোডসকেই চ্যালেঞ্জ করবেন এমন কিছু দিক নির্দেশনা দেওয়া হয়েছে, বিশেষ করে কোডি রোডসের এগেনস্টে জয় পেতে পারেন রোমান রেঞ্জ এমন কিছু দিক নির্দেশনা দেওয়া হয়েছে। তবে রোমান রেঞ্জ তিনি সোজাসুজি চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপের জন্য ম্যাচ পাবেন এমনটা কিন্তু নয়, বরং রোমান রেঞ্জকে ম্যাচ দেওয়া হবে রয়্যাল রাম্বল জিতিয়ে অথবা যে কোনো এলিমিনেশন চেম্বার জিতিয়ে। তবে রোমান রেঞ্জ তিনি নিজেকে 2025 সালের মেন্স রয়্যাল রাম্বল ম্যাচটির জন্য অফিসিয়ালি কনফার্ম করে দিয়েছেন, অর্থাৎ 2025 সালের মেন্স রয়্যাল রাম্বল ম্যাচটিতে রোমান রেঞ্জ তিনি এন্টার করতে চলেছেন এবং রোমান রেঞ্জ সেখানে তিনি এন্টার করে হয়তোবা রয়্যাল রাম্বল জিততে চাইবেন এবং রয়্যাল রাম্বল জেতার পরে তিনি যে কোনো একটি চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপের জন্য ম্যাচ লড়তে পারেন, হয়তোবা কোডি রোডসকেই চ্যালেঞ্জ করতে পারেন। আমরা সর্বপ্রথম দেখেছিলাম আজ থেকে 2 বছর আগে কোডি রোডস এবং রোমান রেঞ্জ, তারা দুইজনে মুখোমুখি হয়েছিল। কোডি রোডস তিনি রয়্যাল রাম্বল জিতে এসেই রোমান রেঞ্জকে চ্যালেঞ্জ করেছিলেন ইউনিভার্সাল চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপের জন্য এবং পরবর্তীতে দেখা গিয়েছিল কোডি রোডস তিনি চ্যালেঞ্জ করেছিলেন রোমান রেঞ্জকে রয়্যাল রাম্বল জিতে এসে আনডিসপিউটেড WWE ইউনিভার্সাল চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপের জন্য এবং রোমান রেঞ্জকে আনডিসপিউটেড WWE ইউনিভার্সাল চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপের জন্য চ্যালেঞ্জ করবার পরে গত বছরের রেসলমেনিয়াতে রোমান রেঞ্জকে হারিয়ে কোডি রোডস হয়েছিলেন নতুন আনডিসপিউটেড WWE ইউনিভার্সাল চ্যাম্পিয়ন। তবে রোমান রেঞ্জকে এমন কিছু পুশ দেওয়া হচ্ছে যে রোমান রেঞ্জকে আবারও টাইটেল পিকচারে নিয়ে যাওয়া হতে পারে। তবে অতীতে কিন্তু রোমান রেঞ্জ তিনি ট্রাইবলশিপ ছিলেন, চ্যাম্পিয়ন ছিলেন, 1300 দিনের উপরে চ্যাম্পিয়ন থাকার রেকর্ড করেছেন। তবে বর্তমান সময়ে রোমান রেঞ্জ তিনি 1300 দিনের উপরে চ্যাম্পিয়ন সে সময় থাকলেও এখন কিন্তু তার কাছে চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপ নেই। তিনি রিসেন্টলি আবারও তার উলাফালা মালাটি রিক্লেম করেছেন এবং তিনি নিজেকে ট্রাইবলশিপ হিসেবে আবারও প্রমাণ করতে পেরেছেন। তো আবারও হয়তোবা খুব শীঘ্রই রোমান রেঞ্জকে টাইটেল পিকচারের মধ্যে দেখা যাবে। আর সেটার ইঙ্গিত স্ম্যাকডাউনের এপিসোডে পল হেমেন দিয়েছেন। পল হেমেন তিনি জানিয়েছেন রয়্যাল রাম্বল 2025-এ রোমান রেঞ্জ তিনি এন্টার করবেন। শুধু এই নয়, কোডি রোডসকে চ্যালেঞ্জ করে আনডিসপিউটেড WWE ইউনিভার্সাল চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপের জন্য ম্যাচ লড়বেন রোমান রেঞ্জ। তো যাই হোক, রোমান রেঞ্জ বর্তমান সময়ে চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপ জেতার জন্য একেবারে পুরোপুরি মরিয়া রয়েছেন, অর্থাৎ রোমান রেঞ্জকে হয়তোবা খুব তাড়াতাড়ি চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপ পিকচারের মধ্যে ঢোকানো হবে এবং রেসলমেনিয়াতে হয়তোবা ওয়ার্ল্ড হেভিওয়েট চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপ অথবা WWE এর আনডিসপিউটেড WWE ইউনিভার্সাল চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপ ম্যাচটিতে রোমান রেঞ্জকে ঢোকানো হবে। তবে এখানে যাই করা হোক না কেন, রোমান রেঞ্জ তিনি নিজেকে রয়্যাল রাম্বলের জন্য ডিক্লেয়ার করেছেন। রোমান রেঞ্জকে রয়্যাল রাম্বল জেতানোরও চান্স রয়েছে। তবে আপনাদের কি মনে হয় রোমান রেঞ্জ এবং কোডি রোডসের ম্যাচ অনুষ্ঠিত হলে এই ম্যাচটিতে কোন রেসলার জয় পেতে পারে এবং রোমান রেঞ্জকে আদেও কি চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপের জন্য ম্যাচ দিয়ে রোমান রেঞ্জকে আবার নতুনভাবে চ্যাম্পিয়ন বানানো হবে? অতীতে তো রোমান রেঞ্জকে লম্বা সময় চ্যাম্পিয়ন রাখা হয়েছে, তবে এবার কি আবারও রোমান রেঞ্জকে চ্যাম্পিয়ন বানিয়ে রাখা হবে? আপনাদের কি মনে হয় অবশ্যই কমেন্ট বক্সে কমেন্ট করে জানাবেন। এছাড়াও রোমান রেঞ্জ যেহেতু রয়্যাল রাম্বলের জন্য নিজেকে ডিক্লেয়ার করেছেন, তো 2025 সালের রয়্যাল রাম্বল ম্যাচটিতে রোমান রেঞ্জ নিজে পারফরমেন্স দিয়ে সেখানে কি তিনি রয়্যাল রাম্বল জিততে পারবেন? অর্থাৎ 13 ম্যাচ বা 30 জনের মেন্স রয়্যাল রাম্বল ম্যাচটিতে রোমান রেঞ্জ এন্টার করতে চলেছেন। সেই ম্যাচটিতে রোমান রেঞ্জ তিনি কি জিততে পারবেন এবং রোমান রেঞ্জ জিতে কি রয়্যাল রাম্বল ম্যাচটি শেষ করে সেখানে মেন্স রয়্যাল রাম্বল ম্যাচটি জয়লাভ করবার পরে তিনি কোডি রোডসকে কি চ্যালেঞ্জ করবেন এবং কোডি রোডসকে যদি রয়্যাল রাম্বল জেতার পরে অথবা যে কোনোভাবে যে কোনো রেসলারকে রেসলমেনিয়াতে চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপের জন্য যদি রোমান রেঞ্জ চ্যালেঞ্জ করতে পারে, তো সেই ম্যাচটিতে রোমান রেঞ্জের জেতার সম্ভাবনা কতটুকু রয়েছে বলে আপনার মনে হয় অবশ্যই কমেন্ট বক্সে কমেন্ট করে জানাবেন। আর রোমান রেঞ্জকে আসলে চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপ ছাড়া খুব একটা যে ভালো লাগে এমনটা কিন্তু নয়। রোমান রেঞ্জকে ট্রাইবল চিফ হিসাবেই খুবই ভালো লাগে, হিল ক্যারেক্টারে ভালো লাগে। রোমান রেঞ্জ ট্রাইবল চিফ হিসাবে অসাধারণ পারফরমেন্স দিয়ে দর্শকদের মন জয় করে থাকেন। তবে যাই হোক, রোমান রেঞ্জ ট্রাইবল চিফ আবারও হয়ে গিয়েছেন। রোমান রেঞ্জ তার উলাফালা মালাটি রিক্লেম করেছেন এবং নিজেকে ট্রাইবল চিফ হিসাবে প্রমাণ করেছেন। তো যাই হোক, এভাবে রোমান রেঞ্জ হয়তোবা চলতে চলতে এক পর্যায়ে খুব তাড়াতাড়ি রোমান রেঞ্জ চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপের জন্য ম্যাচ পাবেন এবং রোমান রেঞ্জকে অতীতের মতো চ্যাম্পিয়ন বানানো হতে পারে। তবে আপনাদের কি মনে হয় রোমান রেঞ্জ কি আবারও চ্যাম্পিয়ন হতে পারবে? আর চ্যাম্পিয়ন যদি হয় কোন রেসলার এগেনস্টে ম্যাচ জিতে চ্যাম্পিয়ন হতে পারে, নাকি রোমান রেঞ্জ রয়্যাল রাম্বল জিততে পারে? আপনাদের একান্তই মতামত কি? সমস্ত বিষয়গুলো আপনারা অবশ্যই কমেন্ট বক্সে কমেন্ট করে জানাবেন। আর ভিডিওটি ভালো লাগলে অবশ্যই একটি লাইক দিয়ে আমাদের চ্যানেলটিকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে পাশে থাকবেন, কেননা রেসলিং সম্পর্কে প্রত্যেক দিন এই চ্যানেলে প্রতিনিয়ত কোনো না কোনো ভিডিও আপলোড করা হয়ে থাকে। তো পরবর্তী ভিডিও আপনারা রেসলিং সম্পর্কে কোন টপিকসে পেতে চান, অর্থাৎ কি বিষয় নিয়ে আপনারা পরবর্তী ভিডিওটি পেতে চান, অবশ্যই কমেন্ট বক্সে কমেন্ট করে জানাবেন। আর ভিডিওটি ভালো লাগলে অবশ্যই একটি লাইক দিয়ে আমাদের চ্যানেলটিকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে পাশে থাকবেন। ভালো থাকবেন, সুস্থ থাকবেন। দেখা হচ্ছে পরের কোনো ভিডিওটিতে। ধন্যবাদ সবাইকে।